evangelists and that kind of thing. There's a kind of an irony in the way I'm using, conversion. So finally, I think, the converting and perverting kind of makes sense to me, in that way. The other thing about, the framework of Oceania, I'm perfectly okay with the way Professor Lee is figuring Asian Americans in that unsettling, unstable, outer national kind of way, and I think that's exactly right, because there are a lot of occluded histories. There are, that it would be too easy to just see it as, they're converted into American Christians or whatever. There's other belief systems, there's other histories, there's other forms of translation that have to be dealt with. The whole idea of outer national I got from Paul Gilroy, and I think it's a really interesting figuration, because it sort of unsettles more stable place-based or citizen-based models of assimilation into something that is in between and not quite diasporic. I'm not even aware, I can't really fully explain the implications of outer national. I think it's very important, and I think, like Taiwan, for example, is caught up with the whole idea of almost, probably the most advanced space to think about outer national, something that's not quite fixed on national independence, not quite unfixed from national independence, so outer national in some really complex, suspended way. But I'd be glad to, if Professor Lee wants to, rephrase that, or rethink the whole idea about outer national and what it means. In other words, there is a strange way in which, as I understood what you were saying, that there can be an outer national sphere of connection that actually does a kind of work and has a kind of impact that can go way beyond the national impact or something. In other words, Paleo's book gets a lot of resistance in Fiji and landed visions of the Pacific, whereas it could it has a really powerful circulation in California, could have a powerful circulation in Taiwan, it has a powerful circulation in New Zealand, etc. So outer national global patterns, I think, are really, really important because of the way our spaces link up, in all kinds of unexpected ways. So anyway, those are just some things that occurred to me immediately. So, but I'd be glad to ponder your responses and get back to you by email or something if I didn't answer something. But anyway, so I'd be glad to hear other people's questions and comments.